Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today we are reviewing my dad's Integra today. Here we have the owner himself. So tell me about your car.
Well, it's a 1994 Acura Integra. It was originally an LS. It got barred with the GSR, so now we went GSR everything. We painted it champ white. I love that color, so we went with that color. VIS carbon fiber hood. It originally came with the wing, the little LS wing. I'm not a big fan of wings until I came across the Mugen wing. We got the Mugen wing and I fell in love. The rest is history. I've had the car for about 14 years, 15 years.
I'll say something like that, 14 years.
It's gone through a lot of transformations. It was dumped really low. It was on white rims.
For those that know my dad, some people know him as Show Off, and well, that's where I kind of got my name from, Show Off Vlogs. And if people are talking about Show Off, meaning my dad, they're gonna know the famous GSR Integra, because as of right now it has JDM GSR Supercharged and it's barred, so pass smog like nothing.
So this car's been through an all motor, it's been through nitrous, it's been through Supercharged now, and we'll see what comes next.
All right, so tell me a little bit more about the mods on the outside.
So from the front, we start with the VIS hood. I've had that. That was one of my first ever purchases for this car. I've always been a fan of carbon fiber hoods. This is probably 13, 14 years old.
Something like that.
Yeah. The lip, it was originally a Contact. I'm not sure what the brand of this one is, but it fits pretty well. We got the Dev Sport winglets, along with the Dev Sport side skirts. The SIRG turn signals. Those were very hard to find. Very nice, beautiful touch on this car. I ended up putting the amber side markers. Now we move on to the mirrors. They're a spoon rep. I mean, I wasn't really tripping on the rep. We got the Integra visors.
The only way you can tell is, well, it says Integra back of here, but
I don't think you can see it, huh? Maybe.
I don't know, it's hard, but they are genuine Honda Integra. But let's go ahead with the wheel setup back right here.
So the wheel setup is 949s, the first gen. They've been awesome wheels. I know a lot of people had issues with them, but I've had zero issues. I've always ran a Zennies. I love those tires, they're predictable. I know what they're gonna do. So on track, drag racing, everything. So moving on to the back, we got the Gen 2 Mugen. This is authentic. It took me about 3 months to find it, 3 months to get it shipped from Japan, and it's just a beautiful piece.
Can't go wrong with the Gen 2 Mugen. It just fits the car so well.
I got the all red taillights. This car originally came with the yellow blinkers. I got the 2000 Type R rear bumper. This was off of my friend's Type R. He actually, I think he switched it to a body kit or something. Back in the day, it was Phoenix yellow. It's got a DC full exhaust, DC Sports.
All right, and let's go ahead onto the interior. Let's see what we have in store.
Inside, I try to keep it very simple. Again, this went through a lot of phases. Originally, it had cloth. I ended up going with the GSR leathers all the way around at one point. Got rid of that because I started racing more, so I got buckets. Something that I could steal daily and track at the same time. So to match that, I ended up getting the rear Type R seats. And since I have kids, everything interior, exterior, everything is functional. I ended up switching my B&M shifter for this nice K-tune piece right here. Steering wheel, I got a Momo personal Monte Carlo style with the Type R cluster, NRG quick release.
And that's really much for the interior. Just pretty simple and pretty
Clean and
clean.
functional.
Yeah, clean and functional.
That's what I was going for.
So now
along with the wheels, we didn't talk about the brake setup. So this is a completely stock brake setup. I ended up going with just the Brembo slotted and drilled rotors. I've had those forever. The only thing I have behind the calipers is some Hawk street pads. They've been awesome.
Let's go ahead into the engine bay.
Engine bay.
This is where magic happens.
So originally, like we said before, this came LS tranny, LS motor. I decided at the time I had a Del Sol. I decided I wanted the LS and the Del Sol. I put the nitrous LS and Del Sol, and I got this JDM GSR from HMO.
HMO right there. Get your Honda needs.
So first what I done is I just basic intake, headers, exhaust, whatever. And then I had my friend pour and polish the head. Right after that, I got the Jackson Racing Supercharger because I needed more torque, more power. I think I've had that thing on there for
shoot, about
10 years.
Something like that.
Yeah.
10, 12 years.
Mind you guys, this car used to sit in a garage. I would take it out on the weekends. Lately, this has been my daily driver. So functionality, it's got power steering, it's got the AC, it all works. Recently, I had to put a stock radiator back in because my other one, the slim fan, made a hole in the actual radiator. So we ended up going with the stock one. But in the future, maybe I'll get another aluminum radiator. As far as spark plugs, it's got colder spark plugs. I'm not sure what these wires on, but I've had these on forever and they've been awesome as well. Clutch, I'm running an Excetti Stage 1, basically a stock plus clutch with the Type R flywheel. So I think the Type R flywheel is 11 pounds or so. It's a lightened flywheel. Other than that, blocks bone stock, tranny's bone stock. Oh, you know what? I did do an LS 5th gear on the tranny, and I did do a Type R LSD on the transmission as well. This Password JDM strut bar, it was originally that green gold color. I got it custom powder coated black. Again, I wanted more subtle.
And it looks really good too. There's been some people back then, or well, when we took it to shows, they're like, oh wow, Password JDM, that's old. Yeah. Remember that one time?
So as far as fuel system, it's got a Walbro 255 fuel pressure regulator. I think they're 370 injectors, RCs.
Yeah, they're 370s.
We also did the ABS delete, so no more big clunky ABS right here.
And then recently I did get a titanium intake for my friend, but I couldn't use it for my car because I have a big battery, so we put it in the Integra and it looks awesome in here.
Okay, so suspension, we're running K2 and K1s. This is a relatively new modification. We were running function form type 2s.
Yeah.
And those things were great until they started leaking a little bit, and I decided to upgrade.
Mind you, you did have them for like 8 years on the car. A lot of beatings on them. But other than that, it's a smog legal supercharger, all modifications, and yeah.
Steel braided brake lines as well. It's got the Beaks rear subframe brace. It's got the Skunks.
Oh yeah, Skunk 2 lower control arms.
The gold. It's an old build. Functional. Everything is functional.
So there it is. My dad's 1994 Acura Integra GSR Supercharged.
Although we rebadged it on the back, it's Honda.
Honda. It's a Honda Integra. Don't forget that. But now, enough with the talking. Let's go for a drive. In the car, like he said, we have the K-Tune K1 coilovers, and they ride pretty nice for this car, for this heavy car, because we have a 10K and 8K rear setup. And personally, the comfort of the ride is nice, but for handling wise, it's quite a bit of body roll. Well, as you see from that little pool,
trips.
Oh, and we did forget, the ECU is a Honda S100, like basically the very first Honda. And yeah, this is what, 10-year-old tune, or
At least, yeah.
something like that. And so we're back in the Integra. I didn't have enough time that day when we were reviewing it. Look at that luxury with the windows. But anyways, yeah, we're back here in Integra. Now I have the 360 cam, getting some footage off of that. But you know, my dad had this car for probably around 15 years. About, you guys are probably or like, he should be the one talking, but you know, I've been around this car for basically my whole life. And I only have little glimpse of it here and there back then, before he did all this stuff. It still has AC boosted with the supercharger. And the cool thing about the supercharger is that even when we're in 5th, which is he put an LS 5th in it, so it's a longer gear. Legit, you just step on the throttle a little bit and it just goes, which is pretty sick. Car broke down, it looks like. These Recaro seats, I'm not sure if they're Type R seats or they're just Recaros, but these are really comfy for road trips, and they hug you pretty good, especially me since I'm pretty thin. They hug me pretty good. He wants to put buckets because, as you guys can see, we're like right here. I'm like good 3-4 inches, so he wants to be a little bit lower, but I think he just wants to change the look. And then right here, as you guys saw, we have the K-Tune shifter, which this thing feels amazing. Even though we have the stock tranny springs in this thing, like, it's super easy. I guess it's comfortable, I should say. This goes in pretty good. I wanted to upgrade it, like the one I have in Rex, which I haven't showed you guys because I didn't really make a video on it. But yeah, I mean, shifts are crisp, pretty nice. Along with this personal steering wheel, it just feels so good. I'm so used to mine where it's a little bit closer. Had to stop by and get some blenders real quick because I've been wanting this for a little while. Oh, and I forgot, he also too last year put in the OEM cup holders. Rex doesn't have many, sadly. But yeah, see, that's the luxury about the Integras. The Integras have it all. The exhaust on this thing is like literally, I'm gonna say perfect. The DC Sport exhaust is like perfect for this, for daily driving, I should say, because it's quiet when you're cruising like this, and then when you get on it, it just, you can hear it, I can tell you that. Even NA, it was still pretty good. And these Falcon Zennies are just amazing. I kind of want them again, but I daily my car, and then when it rains, well, since this is probably going to be the last trip on the B series, let's launch it. I'll launch it for you boys. Oh, there goes my water bottle. All right, let's get this. That's it for that video. I don't know why, but when I downloaded or uploaded the video of the footage from my head from the GoPro, like right after I did that that pull, I don't know, it like just stopped and then the whole file was corrupted. But yeah, right when I just went woo and it cut out, that's where that's when it started getting corrupted. But yeah, that was it for the Integra review. I hope you guys liked it. Still planning on to do more, and yeah, just gotta talk to people and see what type of builds they have. But yeah, my dad, you know, he's put a lot of work into that car, and I mean a lot, for 15 years of having it. Yeah, yeah, shout out to my dad for letting me take it out that day. Yeah, I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna really do miss it. But stay tuned for the case swap, because that is gonna be sick and I can't wait for it. So if you guys liked today's video, give it a thumbs up. Share this video with other people. Maybe I could get it out enough to interest some people, possibly, maybe. I mean, obviously this is a start, so I'm not gonna have a bunch of people hitting me up to review the car, but yeah, maybe. And then yeah, so subscribe, the notification bell on for more content like this or other content. Next time, peace.